Hi, this is PTI. I'm Gavin Schall here with my partner, Zach Yamansky. And today we're debating who's going to be the top team in the NBA next year. Zach, what are your thoughts?
I have to say Lakers and know what it's like day in and day out to play in the NBA.
I think they're probably the second best team in the NBA. My pick to win this year's championship, despite the fact that it's going to be their first year together, is the Miami Heat. They just have too much talent. There's no way anyone's going to be able to guard all three of those superstars. And really, when it comes down to it, who are you going to double? You can't double Wade because he's a great passer, and LeBron's going to be open. You can't double LeBron because he's also a great passer. They're going to be unstoppable offensively. And at first, I was a little bit tentative about their chances of playing together, but then when I go back and watch tapes of Team USA in 2008, they're just the perfect combo, and they're going to be able to dominate. And now they have solid role players around them with Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Mike Miller, Mario Chalmers, and Udonis Haslem. They have just the right supporting cast, and with that kind of talent, no team's going to be able to stop them, and they're going to play team defense.
I think it's important chemistry. We don't know how their chemistry is going to be like yet. You look at the Lakers, who's had this group of guys who've been with each other for the last 4 or 5 years and trust each other, and they have good chemistry. We don't know how the Heat's chemistry is going to go.
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, if anyone who watched the All-Star game last year saw the chemistry between Wade and LeBron, they were constantly passing off to each other, giving each other alley-oops. They knew where they'd be, and that kind of chemistry is going to carry on to this season. I just don't see any way you can guard them. And I think this year is going to be finally the year injuries break Kobe down. He's obviously still going to be a star player. But you know what? I think Wade and LeBron are both better players than Kobe Bryant right now. And I think with a front line of Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Chris Bosh, they're not going to be intimidated by the size of Andrew Bynum and Paul Gasol. And Fisher's also old. I'd almost rather have Mario Chalmers.
I think it's also the coaches. I mean, look at Phil Jackson. He's coming off his 13th championship. And then the Miami Heat coach, he's only been there for 2 or 3 years. And, yes, he has brought the team to the postseason, but he's lost in the first, second round each year. And to be honest, if it's the Heat or the Lakers, I would pick the Lakers for just the overall experience. The fact that Phil Jackson's been to the postseason the last 10 years, really, and he's just a proven winner.
I see what you mean, but I am telling you, Pat Riley didn't assemble this team to watch over it. He's going to take over a coach at some point before the season. He's just as much of a winner as Jackson is. And you know what? I think with him as coach and this kind of talent, they're going to be defensive-minded. Don't forget, Wade and LeBron both finished in the top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting. They're just going to be shut down defensively. Offensively, they're going to be unstoppable. There's going to be nights where Bosh takes over, nights where Wade takes over, nights where LeBron takes over. Even if 2 of them are having a bad night, on any given night, one of them can carry the team. And with solid role players and a kick-out and a guy that can shoot like Mike Miller, when off LeBron's and Wade's penetration, you're just not going to be able to stop them.
I agree with you, but there's one thing that I have to disagree with that. We've seen it with the LA Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Shaq claimed it's his team.
That's true,
this
but
is Dwayne Wade's team, not LeBron's team.
That was after 3 championships, and I think LeBron, they've obviously all talked about this before. They know the perils of playing together, but as great friends and great teammates, they're going to make it work. And obviously, they took less money to win a championship, and that's what they're going to do.
I gotta agree with you on that, but the other thing is as I said before, I honestly do think it's when it comes down to who's better, Dwayne Wade or LeBron leading this team. I think that's going to be the downfall of the team. Who's going to lead the team?
And that's it for PTI. I'm Gavin Schall here with Zach Yamansky. Have a good night. That was Odom. Gives it out to Brian. You know he's going to be the one to take the shot here. Ray Allen's looking at him, guarding him tightly. It's going to come down to the final 36 seconds here, folks. Lakers up by 3. Pau Gasol with the pick. Kobe Bryant out. Takes the 3, and he misses. Gasol with the board. And Gasol looks in. Bryant has the ball, and he cuts. Gets off the shot, and he's fouled. I thought that was a charge there, but you know with the pro Laker crowd here, the refs aren't going to call anything like that. And it looks all but over here for the Celtics. Only 25 seconds left. And Kobe has a good chance to put the Lakers up by 5. Doc Rivers was screaming at his players to box out there. They have to get that kind of a rebound. That would have given them a shot. We're going to see if Kobe can hit these free throws here, but being the most clutch player in the NBA, he most likely will. Good drive there. I still thought it was a charge, but it was inside the circle. And the Celtics player are in dismay, knowing that they probably lost. Rasheed Wallace has fouled out. He gave a valiant tonight, points and 5 rebounds in what could be his final game. Kendrick Perkins looks on in dismay. He hasn't had any impact on this game. He was injured before. Kobe Bryant shot 93% from the free throw line in this series, so he's almost automatic at this point. And he steps to the line. You can just see the shock on the Celtics players' faces at that foul. I don't see how they couldn't have got that rebound, but that's the way the Lakers have won all night, by dominating the boards. And Kobe with the first free throw, and it's money. Lakers up by 4. Celtics are going to have to run down here. They don't necessarily need a 3, but it would help. That was a great shot by Ron Artest to almost seal it. He's pretty much redeemed himself for his horrible Game 5. If I were the Celtics, I'd get the first shot available, though, and look to foul. And Bryant on the second. This is crucial, and he hits it. And Celtics call for timeout. And the Celtics are going to inbound here. Rondo with the ball. Gives it to Ray Allen. Ray Allen on the quick 3, and it's off. Oh, Rondo's able to get the rebound. Quickly shoots from 3. It's good. And Boston cuts the lead to 2. 16 seconds left here. Inbounds it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling. Oh, and it was just off Rajon Rondo. I'm sorry, that was Odom dribbling. Rondo has to come up with that steal. They're going to have to hope the Lakers only make 1 of 2, and they'll have a shot. And they'll have 13 seconds to hit an open 3. Phil Jackson's watching on. Everyone in the Staples Center is holding their breath now. Game 7, NBA championship, greatest rivalry in NBA history. It's got to come down to the final 13 seconds here. That rebound on the play before, that just killed the Celtics. But Rondo was able to do the same there and hit that 3. He's probably almost the last guy on the team known for his shooting skills, but he's able to drain it. Could you fast forward to the free throws? Or after the free throws? They're now in a fairly comfortable position. The Celtics would, again, like a 3 here in the hope that they can quickly foul, and the Lakers will miss 1 of their free throws, but that's unlikely at this point. If the Lakers can play good defense here and hold the Celtics to it too, they've all but wrapped up this title. And Rondo's going to inbound again. He's looking. No one appears to be open. Ray Allen coming off the screen. He's still not open. Rondo has to get it in. Pierce with the ball. Back to Rondo. Can Rondo hit another one? Rondo for 3. Oh, and it falls short. Gasol with the rebound. Pass it off to Bryant. Throws it deep. Bryant with the ball. And it looks like the Lakers have the finals again. The Staples Center has erupted. And the rebounding was the difference here tonight. The Lakers just completely dominated the boards in the absence of Perkins. More NBA news. The New York Knicks signed perennial All-Star Amari Stoudemire to a 5-year contract worth $100 million. Stoudemire spent his first 8 seasons of his career with the Phoenix Suns and was led by current Knicks head coach Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix from 2003 to 2008. The 5-time All-Star has averaged over 21 points and 9 rebounds over the course of his career.
Cisco.
Meanwhile, the New York Mets still expect star outfielder Carlos Beltran to return after the All-Star break, while shortstop Jose Reyes plans to be back in the lineup during a crucial 3-game series against the Braves. Beltran has been out all season after having right knee surgery in January. Reyes was scratched from the lineup against the Florida Marlins in Puerto Rico because of tightness in his lower back. That will wrap it up for SportsCenter. For my partner, I'm Gavin Schall. Good night.